I created some notes that you probably think are for me, but they're really for you because without them, I'm going to ramble and y'all are going to get really bored. So it's to keep me on task. I'm already going to go off notes though because I was inspired by what some of the other guys were talking about up here. I've spent the better part of the last decade in distribution. So I come at this from a different approach than probably most of the people in this room. Before that, I started a consumer product brand, a screen protector brand, fought for distribution left and right. But once you have distribution, then it's about trying to close off the lanes for everybody else. So that's really what I spent the last 10 years doing, is shutting everybody else off so they can't get access to my customers. The way that I met Jeremy was a little bit unique. It started with his team. I was running all the operations for sales and product for a distribution company in the wireless industry. And we kept getting phone calls and emails and inquiries for random products that I'd never heard before. My team was contacting me, letting me know of all these new products that were coming down the pipeline. We were trying to figure out what the deal was, how our information leaked, how they were getting a hold of us. Traced it back. We're an East Coast company, but I was based here in Utah, and I started doing research into the company that kept hitting us up and realized they were down the street from me. And so I thought, you know, these guys are really good at getting into our buyers and getting products in front of them. We should probably take a look at them and see if maybe they can help us on the sales side. And we quickly partnered with them and started taking advantage of the opportunities and worked with Jeremy and his team to help us get the products that we were distributing into more points of distribution. So I'm going to focus my efforts here on talking about connection because I think that's probably the most important thing that's propelled me in my career and helped me be successful, whether it's starting my own brand or working in distribution, is just those connection points. And I think that's something that Jeremy and his team really helped unlock. So now I promise I'll stick to my notes and I'll go quick-ish. So I'm Justin Drage. Like I said, I've spent the better part of the last decade in distribution, the last year in tech, so I'm bridging the nice divide between SaaS and consumer products now, kind of. And like I said, I want to talk to you a little bit about connection. So why does connection matter? To me, for brands, the brands have always looked for ways to connect with buyers and retailers and really anyone who will help them attract new points of distribution, get in front of buyers, help to propel their products forward. Whether it's a distributor like myself, helping to open up a new market for a product that we think will give us an advantage with the customers that we serve, or if it's a brand that's partnering with a manufacturer rep that's helping to create a path to a retail buyer. The secret that many brands aren't aware of is that the buyers who are so tough to reach are also searching for a much better way for them to conduct their operations and do business. It's just that they're tough to reach because honestly, like the amount of information and low value contacts that they're bombarded with is just overwhelming. So the only way they can adjust to that is just to ratchet up the filters that they have in place to make it more and more difficult for them to get contacted by random brands that are trying to reach out. And to me, this is where Volcanic shines. It's a much needed evolution that creates the opportunity for buyers to really filter what's coming across their desk in real time so that when they have a new problem that's posed to them, they can quickly log on. As you saw in the video before, I think the video did a much better job of explaining this than I will, but the video to start this off, you can go on and filter and narrow down specifically what you want, turn on the green light, allow those inquiries to come in and really allow the system to do the work of filtering for you. It's a much needed evolution that creates the opportunity for brands to open new doors. There's so many brands with great ideas that just don't have the resources that you've heard some of the others talk about that enable them to go visit all these trade shows, set up big elaborate booths, travel across the world to meet with buyers to just try to get their products in front of people and place the bet on their products that they're going to have success and be able to get to that next line of success with their brand. And it's just an evolution of the marketplace as a whole, and I'm super excited to be on board. I think my wife and I have been investors in the company since the very early stages. Jeremy hit me up, and I thought, you know, there's nobody that I know that works as hard as he does to create opportunities and connect brands with retailers, and so it was a no-brainer for me. And hopefully after y'all sit through the presentations today and learn more about it, you'll feel the same way that we have. Really excited to be here and be along on the journey, and thanks Jeremy and team and family for involving us.